I know you were reading this book, Conversation with God,
Oh, yeah. Well,
and that was a very interesting experience. Can you tell us about that?
yeah. Well, yeah, you're asking. So you're talking about aha moments. And
Mm-hmm.
I was very blessed at a very young age to come across people and knowledge to enlightenment to understand things. And so I was very young when I read, I call it CG1 because there are a couple of conversations with gods, but this was number one. And we had a place up in Big Bear, and I actually was up there on the lake, and I had my dog Bear, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I was up there by myself. I needed a little time to myself, so I went up there for a couple of days. And I was reading Conversations with God 1 and for the first time. And Neil, when you read the book, it's Neil Donald Walsh, the writer, and he's having, he found out he was giving up on life, basically. And you'll find out if you read the book. And he starts having a conversation with God, writing and getting answers back. And he says, with God, God says, ask and you shall receive.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I've always wanted to be healthy. I've always wanted to be wealthy. And God said, so therefore you shall never be.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil's like, what the? And he says, wait a minute, you said ask and you shall receive. And he says, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil says something about like, I'm about ready to chuck this book, what he's writing on, and I'm about ready to chuck this book across the room that I'm reading. And God says, ask and you shall receive. So God says, if you always want to be healthy and you always want to be wealthy, therefore you will always want those.
Oh, yes.
If you are wealthy and you are healthy, then you will be those.
Mm-hmm.
And for a young 20-something-year-old that I was at the time, trying to climb through the 20, where you are in your early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
It was my aha moment. It was, that major moment in my life where I went, oh, and I just remember like coming out of my body almost like just having that whoa moment. And so
Mm-hmm.
I put the book down, took my dog Bear, and we were walking, and I think it was close to Thanksgiving time. Anyways, I think everyone was going to come up later that week. And I was walking the beach with Bear, and I looked up, and all of a sudden the clouds changed, and it was like something out of a movie. And the clouds started to rearrange and change, and then all of a sudden, the most incredible dragon
Mm-hmm.
appeared in the cloud.
Wow.
And I remember just standing there and floating, just
Mm.
started floating up into the sky and touching this dragon.
Wow.
And remembering that and having like a conversation with this dragon,
Mm-hmm.
how my life was going to change and what I was here
Mm-hmm.
for. And I think by opening myself up through reading what I was
Mm-hmm.
reading, opened me up to have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back down, and I went back and finished conversations with God by the end of the night.
Mm.
And that was I don't know how to explain it exactly, but that was my aha moment
Mm-hmm.
of turning,
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely turning my life around from, I had always, I had worked 3 jobs, was going to call, I was just always nose to the ground. I got pushed through my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, no. You don't need to push.
Yeah.
You need to live.
Yes, I love that.
It will come to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you just live, your life comes to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed. That's what I mean. I stopped being a depressed young lady, depressed, angry
Mm-hmm.
young lady. I changed.
Wow.
So, I mean, when I said that was my aha moment.
Mm-hmm.